give you a briefing about the institution?
All I know is it's a mental hospital.
For the criminally insane.
Okay, so Shutter Island's the #1 movie in America. It's great news, but I heard you had to do some things you're not particularly proud of in order to get this role. And even after you got the role, I heard you had to do some things that you're not really proud of to get really prepared for the role. Is that the case?
It's absolutely the case, and it comes from his work, obviously, with Robert De Niro very early on when they were a young filmmaker and a young actor, and that sort of relationship that was bonded between them. He gives the actor that he's working with complete ownership of the character they're trying to portray. He expects you to do all the research necessary to know how to react to everything in every scenario. So when you come to set, you're already empowered. He is giving you, the ultimate right to try anything at any time, even if that choice is a wrong one. Of course, along the way, he's going to subtly navigate you to the places that he knows that character needs to go for an audience. But it's a really an empowering process when somebody gives you full ownership of the character you're embodying.
We take only the most dangerous, damaged patients, ones no other hospital can manage. You are hereby required to surrender your firearms.
We are duly appointed federal marshals.
But during your stay, you will obey protocol. Gentlemen, welcome to Shutter Island.
So I saw an early screening of The Crazies.
We saw it too.
Oh man, it was fantastic. But I heard Martin let you guys see it too. But some of you guys needed psychiatric help afterwards too. I was kind of, is that true? I was kind of, was hearing that too.
What we did share as a cast, and we were astonished as to how brutal and indifferent the care was in some cases. And we did have a wonderful psychiatrist present on the set to guide us and advise us, so that we had access to that particular time and that particular way of looking at the mentally ill.
Marshal Daniels?
Doctor, so this female prisoner, Rachel Solando, escaped sometime in the last 24 hours.
Is she considered dangerous?
You could say that. It's 11 miles to the nearest land and the water's freezing.
We don't know how she got out of her room.
Came back for a midnight round, she was gone.
It's as if she evaporated straight through the walls.
Now, the visuals for Shutter Island are great. Kind of like a M.C. Escher painting. I know that Martin likes to screen films before, you guys start projects for specific genres like this, and sometimes for the actors to try to make them understand the tone of the time period, that you're working in on a certain movie, and it seemed like you guys went for a 1930s-ish Hitchcockian type thriller where the lead character becomes way too obsessed with the case. Was the experience like that?
Well, we knew this was a specific genre. Martin Scorsese actually screens movies for everyone before we get involved with the film, and sometimes it's specifically for the actors to understand the tone of the time period or who this character is. But you said Escher, that's absolutely was some of the reference for this film, and we knew it needed to be that sort of 1930s throwback. I don't want to say Hitchcockian, but that genre thriller that where the lead character becomes way too obsessed with the case. And it is a throwback film in a lot of ways, but at the same time, the movie went to emotional depths that I never even thought it was going to go to. I don't think any of us really were prepared for the depths that we needed to go to in this film. And it was scary at times.
You basically just said the same thing as me.
Who is 67?
There are a total of, 66 patients at this facility?
That is correct, yes.
Well, it seems to me Rachel Solando is suggesting that you have a 67th patient, Doctor.
So after all these years of sleeping around with directors, like Leo does, because I heard you do too. Does that actually, does that actually do anything for you?
Oh, well, I hope so, yeah, naturally you do. You learn new techniques by, it's like a painter. You suddenly learn that one color against another with a particular brush is fantastic. And why haven't you discovered it before? Because you weren't ready. So in this particular exercise for me, under Marty's direction and working with dear Leo, was an exercise in not sentimentalizing a single syllable of what I was saying or doing. Not sentimentalizing a single gesture. But being as pure as possible. So one always is learning and refining, learning and academic. It's not visceral, it's not gut. And what I do learn, of course, which is a joy, is not only Marty's skill, but also the emotional demands of the fellow actors that I'm playing with and responding to them, the emotional and technical demands. So it's really keeping myself plastic and malleable so that I can be soft and shaped every day. So every day is a learning curve.
A lot of people know about this place, but no one will talk, It's like they're scared of something.
You haven't taken any pills, have you? Seen any walking nightmares lately, Marshall?
Pull yourself together, Teddy.
I know you and Mike, the situation from the Jersey Shore, are really good friends. You say you've learned a lot from him, but from both of you guys, your experiences together, what do you think that he's learned from you?
I wouldn't be so bold as to presume what that might be. I have no idea. It's been, completely one of the most amazing, things that's happened in my life as far as my acting is concerned, and a director-actor relationship. But I'd be curious to see what he says.
I've built something valuable here.
Don't you get it? You're a rat in a maze.
Valuable things have a way of being misunderstood.
Who knows about this?
Everyone.
The nurses, the orderlies? They couldn't possibly know.
Everyone. You do understand that they can't let you leave.
Going somewhere?
You'll never leave this island.